All right, questionable plays. Dirty Hipster here with Sogo. Sogo, what did you do today?
I went undefeated in Swiss and came in top 3 in questionable plays case tournament, playing 3 great angels.
3 great angels. All right. What did you lose to?
I lost to Gallant. It was a back and forth match, but I feel like it's kind of a 50-50 matchup, and I look forward to playing that matchup again soon.
Okay, cool. So let's start off with your eggs.
My eggs are 3 ratio. I played 3 of the Digimon from EX06? Yeah, EX6. When attacking, take the top card of your security, tuck an angel to the bottom. It's really great, especially with the Patamon and Gatomon, if you have that stack, because you'll gain a total of 2 memory just for swinging. I played 2 Togomon because sometimes you want the consistency of drawing a card. Pretty basic, but I play 4 Patamon. This is my favorite card in the game. And also, it's Patamon. If you don't know what it does, you Digivolve from security, gain a memory after you tuck something into security. Played 2 Pillowmon because floodgates are important. And speaking of floodgates, I played 2 of the new Tapirmon. This card put in so much work today because yellow has been meaning for a way to be able to choke your opponent consistently. So leaving my opponent at 1 and then leaving a memory blocker at that, it's, if you play Gazi or any purple deck or any type of floodgate that does the same thing, you kind of understand already. The rest of my rookies are pretty whatever, one-ups. So I'll do 1 Luxmon from EX6, 1 BT18 Luxmon, and then 1 Salamon. So this Luxmon is your searcher, and the inheritable lets you draw 1. It's just a consistency piece, but I don't feel myself like desperate for it because the deck is consistent enough as it is. This Luxmon, when you play like an angel of any kind, you gain 1 memory, so your aces become 3 drops suddenly. And this Salamon is a 1-of, and I think it's actually an incredibly important card in the deck, because if your security ever falls below 3, you can tuck something to the bottom. So a lot of times you'll be, like, I went up against Ancient Grey, got checked for 4 security, and didn't have anything at the end, but I was able to reload it, so that came in clutch. Level 4s, we got 4 Gatomon. When something's removed, you gain a memory. This in conjunction with Dominimon and the Angelmon makes you like steal your opponent's turn, or just go nuts when you Digivolve into it from Patamon's effect. It also gives barrier in the inheritable, and it itself has barrier. Next, we have 3 Angelmon. Angelmon. You Digivolve into him, and on attacking, you can delete himself to tuck a virus to the bottom of your opponent's security or give minus 5k. What I mainly used it for was in matchups where I knew that security was dangerous. I would fling it into security, and if I had a Tamer, I'd be able to hatch and just keep doing the same play again and again with my Patamons. Okay. 1 of this Angelmon and 1 of this Rapidmon. So this Angelmon is just whatever, it has barrier, that's cool, but the inheritable lets you draw 1, it's another consistency piece, and it's a 2-cost Digi, and a 4-cost drop, so it really becomes 3 costs with some of the cards in this deck, including Luxmon. And then Rapidmon's really cool, because if you drop him off Cherubimon effect, you now get an additional 4k on top of what Cherubimon would do, plus he's a blocker, and he also weakens your opponent's security, which is very much needed. 4 of Angelmon. This card is nuts in conjunction with Dominimon because every time something is stripped from your security, if you go to 3 or lower, you can recover 1, which allows you to just stay in the game when you desperately need it. Also, melting things by 6 is just good. 4 Magna Angelmon. For the longest, I played this card at 3, but the value was too good today. Being able to just like on play or when Digi for 2 costs less than what it would normally cost, Digivolve into a level 6, just came up so much today. I was able to play Dominimon to play out another Magna Angelmon to go into another level 6. At one point, I played 2 Dominimons in 1 turn. It just helped so much. And then the rest are just 2 1-ofs, Edamon, Magna Angelmon. Edamon's a big bad guy. Everyone knows what Edamon does, and I play an ace-heavy deck, so I want my opponent to swing into me a lot. So sometimes you have to force that because people are smart and they won't do it. And then Angemon is mostly here again because sometimes you just need to raw recover. The big star of the deck is Dominimon. Dominimon's amazing because he has a blanket protection for all angels, archangels, and 3 great angels. And then when he digivolves, he's able to play something out from security and give -7. So he's able to just assert so much dominance, and you can get him out as soon as like turn 2 in a lot of situations. Three Cherubimon Aces. I love this card. I'm so glad I was able to play 3 of them. Playing out another body and getting something -4 for each body is so overwhelming to your opponent, especially a lot of times like their turn. You'll drop like a Pillowmon or like a Gatomon and be able to steal turn, or you drop the blocker Rapidmon and you're able to just stop whatever they're doing. It came up a lot today and I'm glad I played the third. One Seraphimon. The BT14 Seraphimon's really good, and not to like drag out the video or anything, but an ideal board is like Dominimon, Seraphimon, and Angelomon all on the board, and this seems complex, or like you won't have this, but you'll see this a lot, even as a one-of. If your opponent does anything to security, or tries to destroy one of your Digimon or get rid of any of them in any way, you protect with Dominimon. If you have 3 or less, Angelomon will recover. So then when something's recovered, including your opponent's turn, you can melt something by -7 and gain security +1. So that combo allows you to really like disrupt your opponent's turns, and it's too good not to play. 2 Shadow Seraphis. Shadow Seraphi is really good. Being able to give a -5 just for changing attack direction. And also being black helps a lot because a lot of like purple hybrid players might not know that you run it if they're not like privy to it, and they might change their color and disrupt it. Also, it goes over Seraphimon by name, so no matter what, like it's just a good card to have.
It's coming out one way or another.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you. And then I play one of Paladin mode, which like the only target to Digivolve over is Cherubimon Ace, but this card's nuts. Like I fallen in love with it in my purple matchups. It's really good because it stops me from milling out. Or at one point I saw my opponent had like 3 Velgers and I bottom decked all of them because I didn't want to deal with that. And it came up in Royal Knights too because I was able to tuck the Megamon back to the bottom of their deck and then gain the 3 memory and just swing for game on top of all their Digimon. So this card won me over. I'm gonna keep playing it. It's pretty straightforward. Tamers, 2 TK, 1 TK. The one of it's at one of. This TK unbricks your hand every time. It has never let me down. One of Kari. This card is really good because whenever something's removed from your security by an effect, i.e. Dominimon, you can give sec -1 to something, and you'd be surprised how often that just stops your opponent from having a turn. One of TK and Kari. I love this card. It also, whenever you Digivolve or on-play an Angel, you gain 1 memory, and start of turn or on-play, it gives you barrier. So making your aces also cost 3 this way, or even on Digi cost 1 less, is too good to not play right now, and I'm a strong believer that this card is going to see a lot more play. The rest, pretty easy. 2 yellow memory boosts, consistency. I play a lot more Digimon than I usually do, so memory boost is great. And 2 Emissary of Hope. The best card ever printed. Being able to Digivolve for 1 on anything, and then if you have a Tamer, which 9 times out of 10 you will, getting to recover 1 is great. And the security effect lets you play out a Patamon if you ever lose out on it. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say.
Well, results speak for themselves. Going undefeated in Swiss and then losing in top 4, that's already really good.
Yeah, man.
A good start to EX8. You got 1 month until BT 2.5. And then from there, we're gonna see if after Worlds we'll get a nice little adjustment to, maybe help some decks get a little bit better.
My fear is that this deck might get hit a little bit because there's a vocal disruption about this deck, but I think it's safe just for the fact that it's kind of a rogue anti-meta deck, and I like its place in that matter.
All right.
I like it to stay that way.
Well, Sogo, congrats.
Thank you.
And you know what? We expect good things from you.
Thank you.
This is Questionable Plays Dirty Hipster signing out.